Just checking. Good morning. It's Friday, April 29th, 2022. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Wudang Qigong. We have the advanced sets this morning, and I was just looking at what we're going to do today. I'm going to pay attention to a little bit of this idea of lifting, and we're going to pay a lot of attention to balance and placement as we go through several of the sets that get us up on one leg. So we want to dragon and tiger join together. We're going to work on, and I'm looking at my notes over here, yes I am, leopard climbs a tree and paying homage to the peaks. So each of these has an element of that need to center and to be well placed so that as you transfer all of your weight to that one leg, you have good balance and good placement to be able to do something more. What's next? That next part of the movement. Let's get started. Yep. Hi, John. I got a message from John. John said hi. Hi, John. All right, let's do basic stretches. Feet about shoulder width apart. Open the arms, wiggle fingers, wiggle the toes, and the knees. Pull up through the back, through the crown of the head. Hand circle to the front. And back around both sides. Up along the center line. Reach out. Pull up and in as you extend over. And again, pull in through the abs, pull up, and bend through the leg, bend through the hip, not through the waist. The waist bends, the hip should bend more. Roll up, all the way up, elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. All right, the idea that we're going to pay attention to today, shift, stay there. What do you need to do? I'm doing a little bit of things with my foot over here because my foot's not quite ready to do this, but right, go to the other side. Just pick your foot up, stay there. Yeah, where's your foot? Right? Is your foot not well placed? All right, I'm going that way. Seriously, that finding your balance, right? Where's your feet? Are your feet well placed? Are your feet open? Your toes, just like my feet are here, right? These are my feet. If my toes are this way, closed, it's harder to balance. If I open them, seriously, just stand there and open your toes. Just a little bit. It changes your balance. I still, a little bit of wobble. Not near as much. Open the toes and grip just a little bit. Pull up through the center of the foot. Solid. That little change, one of the things that we want to pay attention to. Just small things that make a really big difference. All right. Dragon and tiger join together. Breathe in, Breathe in. Just watch one time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Shift. This foot needs to turn just a little bit so the toes are slightly out. Not all the way over here. Just a little bit. Not all the way to the 45 either. Okay? Just a little bit. As we shift to bring the other foot up, press out, bring it in. As you bring it in, pull your knee to you. I'm going to borrow the wall for a second here. Okay? So, extend. Look where my knee is. Bring it in. Pull your knee in and to you. Just like that. Except you don't get to grab it. Alright? Keep that idea in mind that you're bringing your knee to your shoulder. Drop the leg. Right here. Here's my leg. As I bring this in, drop this. This drops. Open the hip and pull the knee to you. Even if, okay, right? Your leg's not that high, right? Extend here, right here. Still drop the hip and try to bring this up to you, to your shoulder. That effort will strengthen what you can do in your hip, and little by little, the leg will come up further and further. As you try to bring your knee in, that also helps you to develop that centering and balance that I'm talking about, so that as we work the exercise, there's greater strength in that single leg stance. I'm going to turn around. Let's get started. Feet about shoulder width apart. Dragon and tiger joined together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Shift. On to the left. Right leg extend. Press out. Pull in. Bring the knee up. Pull the foot in. And put it down. And breathe in. Turn the toes. Extend. Pull it in. Bring the knee up. Drop the hip. And down. And to the left. And on the right. Keep going. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Stay centered. Pay attention to that center line through the body, through the leg. Two more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time. Center. And breathe in. Palms down on both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in one more time. And breathe out. We're going to do it again. this, and we'll do a little bit because we have 2 more sets we're going to work on today. This idea of centering, of body placement, of where am I in space, right? I'm going to shift to this side, I'm going to shift to this side, right? This leg comes up, this leg goes down, this one comes up. That, I'm centered here, I can release this one and not have to move. I'm centered here, I can release this one, I don't move after I pick up the leg, right? That placement, that centering, has a internal counterpart. As we move, we can take our center of gravity, okay? So this is our body alignment, this center. Center of gravity, where is it that if I push on that point, I move that, everything else will fall down? Where is that point? We look for this in push hands. We do push hands. Where can I push? Tai Chi push hands, right? Where can I push? Where can I exert that smallest amount of force to cause my opponent to fall down? When I'm looking for that point, if my opponent knows enough, my opponent's going to move their center of gravity so that I can't find it. I'm going to do that. All right? That idea isn't that far-fetched, right? My center of gravity, right now, is here. I can pick this leg up. I'm not moving. Here's my center of gravity. It's here. Seriously, if you were to tap my shoulder at that moment, I'd fall over. Where'd it go? I can't find it. Where'd it go? That idea, we want to pay attention to that idea right now. With the location, the lower dantian. First time. Second time, we're going to move that, and it's going to the shoulders. At both shoulders, not just one. Okay? So as you move, instead of the focus here for your center of gravity, you need to hold here and pull up, because your shoulders are now your center, right? First time through, 3 times. Pay attention to the hip. Center of gravity, keep it at the hip. Feet about shoulder width apart, stand straight. Center of gravity, pay attention to the hip. Breathe in. Breathe out. Turn toes just a little bit, pay attention to the hip. That's where your center of gravity is. That's where your center is. Pay attention to it. Stay rooted. Stay centered. At center line, pay attention to that. Everything holds in place. Relax the breath. Center of gravity still at the hip. And center. And breathe in. And breathe out. Press down. Pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Now breathe in. Shoulders. Hold through the shoulders. Not through the, you have to hold through the hip, but pay attention to the shoulders. Your center of gravity is now in your shoulders. Through the shoulder blades, across the shoulders. Pull up through the whole body, underneath the shoulders. And hold. Come to center. Breathe in. Press down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. And breathe out. This idea. It should have felt different. You should have physically felt different. The first time, you pay attention to the hips. This entire area carries everything through. Include the hip. Everything is part of that extension through the hip. Shoulders, right? All of this pulls up. Everything pulls up from underneath so that the shoulders can pull everything up, right? Here's all the muscles that are in your back underneath the shoulder. This has to hold so that the shoulder can pull it up. Everything goes. Shoulders, right? All my weight shift, my center of gravity shifts to my shoulders, and I'm using my shoulders far more than I'm using my hips. My hips are adjacent, that's about it. This moving your center, where is it going, helps in a couple of different things. First, it helps us to go up, all right? It gives us that ability in push hands and some of the other arts that we want to pay attention to. Where is my center of gravity so that my opponent does not gain an advantage? Helps a lot with that. It also gives us another tool, another method that we can use in our practice so that we further develop and refine what it is that we're doing. Literally, what it is we're doing. All right, with Leopard Climbs a Tree, we have similar need to pay attention to where is my body in space? Where is that center? And how does that work? All right, so if I'm distracted, that happens. I lost my balance. Leaned too far over to the outside of my foot. My foot started to roll. As I was off balance. Knowing that, I talk about this a lot, knowing that's what happened, I can pay more attention. Don't let the foot roll. Right? This extension through and return. As we reach out, I know this one. Hands and feet go together. Right? How much the leg stretches depends on how far down the other leg is going to go and your own leg, right? So you can't go further than your own leg first. And the sustaining leg over here, depending on how far down it goes, right? That's about it for me today. If I was to go all the way down, this leg would go further. It's not because the leg got longer, it's because the position of the leg. As you extend, try to sustain the leg. The same idea as we have with dragon and tiger joined together, that we sustain the leg and that we pull up and in, drop the hip. As we come out here, sustain the leg, drop the hip, drop the, this is the leg going up, drop the hip, and extend the leg. Try not to put it down. Just hover. Okay? Work balance and placement over your sustaining leg so that the movement does not upset your balance. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Breathe in and breathe out. Palms up, breathe in. Press down, breathe out. Shift to the right. Leopard climbs a tree. Press down. Shift back. Come on up on that leg. And extend. And breathing in. And in. And shift to the left. Down the right. Up. Extend. Bring it in. Press down. Shift. Just a little bit of weight on the toes. It's more to help you come up than it is to transfer the weight. So shift to the left. Just a little bit on the toes to come up and extend. Bring it in and center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hold through the center. Deep breath. Open the back. Don't lean. And shift. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Two more. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open the back. Keep the hip down as you bring the leg up. Last time. And center, palms up, press down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in, breathe out. All right, relax for a second. This balance and placement, if we only pay attention to that, it's not enough. If we don't pay attention to it, that's a problem. How do we get better? I'm going to use this exercise to talk about that just a little bit. All right, so a couple of things in this particular exercise. We're going to do this again 3 times. The shift and turn. So as I step here, I'm going to use this. These are good shoes for this. As I shift, this pulls up and in. My hip opens. The leg drops. The Ming Men in the center of the back opens. And I now have my hip over my heel in good alignment with my shoulder to turn. This step, I don't go forward. I don't want to go forward. I don't. This is, pick it up. Do this with me. All your weight's on your one foot. I'm on my left foot over here. All right? Right foot's in front. Little bit of weight, just a little bit of weight on the toes to push against. Just do it again. A little bit of weight on the toes, push down to push yourself up. Push down like you were going to jump, because that's what we're doing. Alright, so as I step here, it's just that little bit down, sink into the supporting leg, open the hip, and jump. It's not really a jump, right? But just push off a little bit. Bring the leg up. Extend through. And come back to center. As we extend, right? This idea of sustaining the leg. Yeah, I'm thinking about something. Hang on. Which direction do I want to? I'm going to go this way. Yeah, that'd be all right. All right. I fell into it a little bit, right? My left leg is not going to support the level, that lower level today. That guy still have injury, I still have a couple things going on, so I'll get there. All right, but this idea that as I extend, that leg goes out at 90 degrees. It's not down, it's 90 degrees, right? And that extension carries through as I'm sinking into my other leg, which is why the instruction today has been to try and keep the leg up. 3 more times. pay attention to this idea that as we extend, we're also going down. Even if it's just a little bit today, pay attention to that idea. 3 more times. Stay centered. Keep centered through the hip. Breathe in. Breathe out. Shift. Just that little push to come up and extend. Bring it in. Come back to center. Shift. Down. Come on up. Extend. Bring it in. And center. Shift. 2 more. Try and keep the leg up. Don't put it down. Sink. And come on back up. Don't let the extending leg be empty either. Don't pay so much attention to your supporting leg. Wrong move. Bet you do the wrong move. And shift. Keep going. Let's do 1 more set. And extend. Come back. And center. And shift. Press down. Come on up. Extend. And center. Hands down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. And breathe out. Alright. Paying attention to one thing, not paying attention to something else. Paying attention to my supporting leg. What am I look at my balance here. I need to pay attention to not re-injuring my injury. What am I doing here? How can I do this? What do I need to do with my back? What do I need to do with this? Oh, here we go. And I did the wrong move. I was close. I was close. And this is, I've got to call it out because it's here and I'm live. But this idea it's perfect for an extension of what we're doing previously with this idea of working on something so that it's automatic. I'm thinking shift and extend, and from here I can do this. I can do this. I wasn't thinking about which one I was doing. I was thinking about my leg. I should have been paying attention to both. We're going to do this one more time. We're in one more set this morning. As we pay attention to this idea of I'm here, this comes up. As we bring the leg up, pay attention to the back. All right? Good. This move, pay attention to this, but also pay attention to the back. Okay, so as I'm here, right here, my back needs to hold. Otherwise, I can't do that. Hold the back. Let the leg move. The leg can do this all by itself. Hold the back steady. Support from underneath. Keep the center in the hip. Hold the shoulders. So, I'm going to hold here. Pull my shoulders down. And from underneath, pull the spine up through the shoulders. This comes in, this stays, this moves, this stays, this moves, right? This stays, this moves. As I bring it in, that same idea. Pull up the knee. Pull the foot in, point the toes, pull up the knee. 3 times. Relax through the upper back, relax through the lower back. Breathe in, breathe out. Shift, leopard climbs a tree. And little press down, hold the back, hold, pull it in, and center. And shift, and up, hold, pull it in, and center. Make sure that you know where your center is. Make sure that as you're moving, you keep your body in good alignment and pay attention to where that center is. Don't drop it. Don't lose it. Hang on to it. Center, and breathe in. Hands down on both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in, and breathe out. Alright, we have one more that we're going to work on this morning with the same idea, paying homage to the peaks. The support through the upper body to open the hip is part of what we're working on right now. Okay? So as I settle here, paying homage to the peaks, open the hip. The shift and press down again. Then through the legs, not so much this, right? Leaning to get your hands in, no. Down, right? So go this way. So you see where my back is. Because that leaning part, okay? Not leaning. Not leaning. Shift. Not leaning. Right? That press down through the hip. Not here. Right? As we come back up. Drop the weight, open the hip, drop the weight into the supporting leg. So, drop. Here, pay attention to the heel on this leg, over here. Press down, heel to come up. That knee again, bring that knee up. And put it down. Both hands punch down. Come back. Upper dantian. To the knees. And center it. Start on the other side. Notice that my feet are wider when I pulled back in here. That foot needs to come back further. No. Yes. That gives me the balance and placement for the next move. Pay attention to this center line as you shift the weight. Pay attention to keeping the back straight, not stiff, but straight, so that you're not leaning forward. Paying homage to the peaks. Feet about shoulder width apart. Breathe in, palms up. And breathe out. Press down. Circle. Right hand holds a fist, left hand holds a palm. Shift. Press down. Bend the knees, don't bend the waist. Pull in. Punch down. Pull it back. Upper dantian. And to the knees. And circle. Left hand holds a fist, right hand holds a palm. And shift. Palms up. Both palms press down. On the heel. Bring the knee up. Step out, punch down. Come back. Center. And the left side. Relax the breath. Coordinate the body. Open the hips. Don't lean. Be centered as you come up. Because your leg has to come up. And if you're not centered, you won't be in balance. Shift. Don't lean. Center. There you go. And shift back. Lean back just a little bit, not a lot. And again, left side. Right side. Keep going. Breathe. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. 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 Open the back. Relax the hip. Hold. Open the leg. Center. Bring the knee up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time, breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Hold the back, open the hip, breathe out. And breathe in. Center. Extend the leg. Breathe out. Breathe in. 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 Salute one more time. Breathe out. Palms pull in. Breathe in. Hands down on both sides. Breathe out. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right. I'm going to stop here for today. The physical placement, centering. Where's my center? Here's my center, right? That opening the toes to help support the body as you move makes a big difference in your ability to hold your balance, finding that center line, and then being able to find and move your center of gravity, hips, shoulders. That skill carries through all of the moves wherever that center of gravity happens to be. So being able to move it around is an advantage for push hands, most definitely. It's also an advantage for our own individual personal practice in looking for where's my center of balance, where's my center of gravity, and where is that center if I put it over here and somebody tries to push on it, they're going to knock me over. Where is that? Knowing where that is and being able to move it around helps defeat somebody who's trying to find where that is to knock you over. It does. All right. This use of pulling up and in on the knee as we bring the leg in helps to do 2 things. Drop the hip so that the leg is working more freely from the hip. The hip doesn't have to be nearly as involved. And second, as we pull the knee up to as we bring the leg in, I'll borrow the wall here, right? From here, as I bring this leg in, look at my foot. Bring the foot in and pull the knee up as if I had a hold of it and I could do this. That's the idea that we want. What that gives us, again, two things. The opening in the hip, it also builds strength in the leg, that holding strength that we need, so that when the time comes, we want to take the leg to 90 degrees, it'll go there and stay. That strength has to be built up. It's not just there. Working that extension, whether it's here with dragon and tiger joined together, whether it's here, and here, leopard climbs a tree, here, and again, this is more of a slide, really. This is not so much a pick it up. This one, pick it up, and put it down. And that's very deliberate, working through the leg. This ability to begin to use the leg, same as we'd reach out with a hand, depends on being well-centered, well-placed, in balance, and having all of the body parts in good alignment. This was part of this idea of, I'm going to hold my hip or I'm going to hold my shoulder. The shoulders over the hips give us that good alignment. If I'm holding both, I have an advantage. I hope you enjoyed today's class. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I'm back next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Xingyi, Thursday and Friday, Qigong. Thank you.